Halloween Ends plot has potentially been leaked. Now, with that, this is what's happened. Halloween and the final chapter in the new requel trilogy for the Halloween franchise has seemingly been leaked. If reports are anything to go by, this may be a shocking and upsetting thing to happen to the fans of Michael Myers and this franchise as a whole. Halloween Ends is releasing this coming October and has been going through some test screenings over the past few weeks. And while we have seen some reports of the film getting positive responses to begin with, we are now beginning to hear a lot more negative responses trickling out from audiences who have watched this during those test screenings. If these reports are true and anything to go by, the plot summary goes a little like this. Now, before I go into it, this is a warning for potential spoilers. So if you're worried, stop watching. But this plot summary has been taken by giantfreakingrobot.com, and the plot goes like this. The plot for the film seems to not follow Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Allison. Instead, a new character emerges named Corey. Corey is being bullied by the neighborhood kids when he stumbles across a very weak and injured Michael Myers. Myers is hiding from the citizens who attempted to kill him in Halloween Kills. Corey then takes the masks and becomes the pseudo Michael Myers. He goes after those who have bullied him and presumably against those who have wronged him in some way. The test screenings for the film have naturally been bad because of this odd direction the final film is taking. For now, I'm taking these as rumours and not fact, and everyone should do the same that's watching this podcast now. What do we think about this, and do we think this is actually something they're possibly doing? Alanis, you start.
I think it reeks of... I can't remember which Friday the 13th. But there's a Friday the 13th where it's not Jason. I mean, not like the mother, like the first one. It's the mother. But there's one where it's a dude dressed up as Jason, and it smelled stinkily. And if this is true, it also smells stinkily, and I don't like it. And it also smells like cash grabby. Like, if they do this, it's clearly to set it up for more Halloween. To go, hey, Michael, still here. Didn't die.
See,
we like you.
But my question to you is, with what we've seen Halloween 2018 do, Halloween Kills, and now Halloween Ends coming out, do you really think that this is going to be the actual plot or the direction they're going in? Because to me, it seems like from what we've seen with the trailer and what we've seen from the previous two installments, this may as well be not even in the requel. It may as well be a completely separate new movie by itself. It doesn't seem to follow the first two movies and how the direction they were taking it in that it seemed to be going. So to me, I don't know if this is just potential rumors, if this is made up bullshit, but like, do you see this being what we're going to be getting? Or is this something that you think, is just rumors, as I've said?
I think I'm leaning to that it is a pork pie and not true, because what we've seen Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers facing off. It makes no sense, as you just said. I don't think they'll shoot themselves in the foot like that.
There's one thing you have to remember, though, in the trailer, yeah? When you see Michael Myers facing off against Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, do you notice that his mask is no longer burnt?
That's a good point. A worrying point.
It's a worrying point.
And if it is the case, this is a terrible idea.
But then again, in the trailer, we also see him get stabbed through the hand, and his hand has already been injured in the previous movie, and it shows that it continues that it's that Michael Myers. So we're getting mixed messaging in this teaser trailer. We're getting mixed messaging by reports of what this potential leak is. So, look, many times we've heard things get leaked about movies, and we go see these movies, and it's completely not the case. So, as I said, we're taking these rumors by a grain of salt, but I thought it'd be interesting to discuss because this is potentially big news for anyone that's excited for this Halloween movie, and if it ends up being correct, I don't know what the fans are going to think and how this is going to go down, because to begin with, as I said in what I wrote, we originally heard that this movie got standing ovations from test screenings, and now we're hearing people giving it a bad reception at test screenings. So everything right now is just up in the air, and we're just supposed to, I guess, take our best guess. So I am hoping personally that this is not the direction they go in with this movie. I would hate it if it isn't Michael Myers. We've already seen what happens when you make a Halloween movie without Michael Myers, and that was Season of the Witch. And I know that, okay, this is still following the Michael Myers formula, and it's still a slasher movie, but that's not what the point of that is. The point of this is that we want Michael Myers, not some imposter Michael Myers. Do you agree with that, Alanis?
I agree, 100%, and I think it would be the incorrect way to make a requel trilogy to do something like that. Like,
it just feels way too off track,
yeah,
compared to the first two movies. And as I said, with the second movie being sort of like mixed reception, mainly negative, people saying it wasn't a very good movie, I still feel as if that will be recorrected with this third movie coming out, and people will see that the second movie was more of like a middle movie problem, which happened with Jurassic World, where Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was a little bit up in the air until we got Dominion, which answered a lot of people's concerns, even if they were answered in a way that the audience didn't necessarily like. So, I don't know, man. I'm really worried about this news. When I read it, look, I usually don't read articles on plots being spoiled for things I'm really looking forward to, but when I saw that it had potentially been leaked, I thought I should read it because hopefully it's wrong, and if it's not wrong, it'll be interesting to see how they go about this in the movie. If this is the direction they go in, how do you think it's going to be received? And do you think this is going to make the requel much more hated than it already kind of has started to become since Halloween Kills?
Yes. Short and long answer, yes. I can't emphasize how much. If this is true, it's just not good, and it's not going to end good, and that's the bottom line, really.
It makes me worried for, look, everyone's going to be like, well, it's supposed to be the end. It's supposed to be the last Halloween movie. Like, this is the end of Michael Myers. Well, if that's the case, I hope they end it with a way that seems like Michael Myers ain't coming back, and anyone that wants to start a new movie has to, like, start fresh. I'm going to be worried that if this is the direction they go in, and this person ends up being the new Michael Myers, that people are going to, either Blumhouse are going to keep going with Halloween, they're going to renew their license, and they're going to continue with this disastrous plot, or this is the end of this story, and we're going to get a new Halloween movie guaranteed. So, I mean, yeah, I'm concerned, man. I'm really concerned. This is
I'll
not
bring half a slab of beer into the cinema, and if this happens, I'm not going to be sober for that movie.